Hello folks, Mr. RV Tech here. Today we're just going to do a brief description of electric trailer brakes. Not every customer gets an opportunity to see the guts of the brakes and understand how they work and the parts that are in them. So I'm just going to do a brief description of that. And in this example, this is a used backing plate that I pulled off. That's what this entire pre-assembled part is. It's called the backing plate, where your brake shoes are already pre-assembled with all the springs and everything necessary to make it work. And it just bolts onto the axle with these 5 bolts. The spindle comes through the center. Very easy to replace, very convenient as opposed to changing shoes. And quite honestly, sometimes it's cheaper to buy the backing plates because it doesn't take a technician very long to pull the hub and swap this backing plate with those 5 bolts, as opposed to taking all the springs and everything necessary apart to change the actual shoes. So it could be cost effective, plus you're getting all brand new parts. When you buy a set of shoes, you're likely not going to get all the springs with them, and everything's still going to be dirty, possibly worn out. Your magnet's still probably going to be worn out. If the shoes are worn out, this magnet's going to be worn out. So backing plate, in my opinion, is the way to go. But that's personal preference depending on what it costs in your area. So this particular model here is self-adjusting, and this can be seen by the fact that this cable is here, and then we've got the adjustment arms on the star wheel. So the way that this self-adjusting backing plate works is you would have your RV hooked to your truck and you would back up. While you're going in reverse, you would aggressively hit your brakes, and that is going to cause pressure on this cable, which is in turn going to pull this paddle and adjust your star wheel. Typically, you would have to get underneath the trailer, pull these plugs out, and turn this star wheel with a tool through here. Some people use a screwdriver. There is an actual tool for it. But the cool thing with the self-adjusting is it's got a little paddle down here that will push and turn that star wheel when the cable is drawn. And the way that it does that is it moves this magnet when it grabs your armature, or your hub as it's called. This electromagnet becomes energized, it pops out, grabs the inside of the hub, pulls the shoe and the cable, turns the star wheel, which in turn makes these shoes move out just slightly. Each of them will be pressed out at the bottom as this expands. So this is a brake shoe, and this one's actually pretty good. I'm not sure why this backing plate was removed, but it is used. So what we're looking for here on these shoes is we're looking for cracking or any kind of damage, chipping chunks out of it. There's a small chip right there out of it. Anything that's going to make it not perform as it should and be efficient when we're doing a brake inspection. Probably the most common reason that I have to change these, obviously the shoes wear after several thousand miles, and that's a good reason to change them. But I'm going to warn you, a lot of people like to repack their wheel bearings using the, what do they call it? The bearing buddy, where there's a grease zerk at the end of your axle spindle and you can pump grease in there. A lot of people over grease those, and what it does is blows the seal out of the back of the hub, and then this entire brake assembly gets grease all over it. Then the grease gets into the shoes and they become slick as snot. I mean, you can't even feel them in most cases. Even though they are pressing against the hub, it's just lubricated, so it doesn't stop you. So again, this is a backing plate, electric trailer brakes. It works by this magnet grabbing what's called an armature, or most people call it a hub. And when this magnet is energized, it pops out, and the face of it grabs the inside of the hub as it's spinning. And what that does is pushes on the magnet, which in turn pushes the brake shoes away from each other, or out. Each one moves out like this on the inside of the hub, and it drags. And that's what actually gives you your braking. If you have any questions about backing plates or trailer brake assemblies, electric brakes, self-adjusting brakes, please don't hesitate to leave a comment. I do try to get back to people. I'm a very busy man, but If you talk to me, I'll try to talk to you. I do appreciate everybody watching my videos, and I have many more to come, so please subscribe if you're interested in this kind of thing, and I will promise to continue to educate the RV community. Again, thanks for watching. Have a great day.